Well, who are you?
Okay, so there is no reason. It is for your own personal one.
I don't need a reason to film.
Uh,
Welcome back. Today's encounter takes us outside a major international law firm, where a routine filming session quickly exposes a remarkable misunderstanding of the very rules the security team claims to enforce. Over the next few minutes, you'll see a security guard insist that a filming permit is required, even though no such requirement exists, repeatedly threaten to involve estate security as though that alone settles the matter, and refuse to engage with a member of the public unless addressed with unnecessary deference. Instead of resolving the situation, more guards continue to arrive until a small crowd has gathered around someone standing on a public pavement maintained with public money. Then the dynamic changes completely when a manager steps in, handles the situation professionally, and demonstrates how the encounter could have been managed from the very beginning. As you watch, ask yourself one simple question: which person actually understood the law?
Well, who are you?
I'm security for this building.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have
You
you
need
got-
a permit to film out
I don't
here.
need any permit.
You do need a permit.
What makes you think I need a permit?
So I get the security from the estate?
You can get whoever you want.
Yep. You mind stop filming outdoors?
No, I
please?
will not.
Okay, simple that is then. Thank you.
Okay, so what he actually wants now, this walkway here, and as you can see, City Hall, that is funded by the public. This is the public right away. Okay, so you can see all members of the public. So if they're going to try and stop me being here, they've actually then got to stop every other member of the public being here, which ain't going to happen. And he thinks by saying he's going to call security for the estate that would really bother me. And it tells you that there are too many people that say that they can do this and they can do that, but they can't do anything whatsoever. So what I'll do is I'll hold it there and I'll come back to you shortly. So guys, with this being an actual global law firm, you would have actually a thought that they would have known, and especially their security.
The guard's main argument appears almost immediately. He confidently insists that filming requires a permit, but the certainty disappears as soon as he's asked to explain where that requirement comes from. No legal basis is offered because none is identified. Recording what is plainly visible from a public pavement does not require a special license, prior approval, or permission, and there is no obligation to justify why you're filming. The entire demand rests on a document the guard cannot identify and a rule he cannot point to. When someone claims authority based on paperwork they cannot prove exists, it's often a sign that the confidence behind the demand extends far beyond the legal foundation supporting it.
All to do with public photography. So he threatened me to do with security for this so-called estate, and I'll basically wait for them to turn up. So, and that's what we do.
Oh, they've stopped the revolving doors.
So that's the goon that thought he could come out and just say whatever.
Filming me? There's no smoking out here either.
So this is one here where you can see he stated that he's security. Okay, there's his SIA badge which is on display, so he's doing the right thing by having it on display, not like some security where they try and hide it. Okay, it's meant to be on display, and he has got it on display, so fair play to him.
The next step is a familiar one. The guard warns that he'll call estate security, presenting it as though simply making that call somehow changes the legal position. In reality, the warning itself doesn't create any additional authority over a person who is lawfully standing on a public right-of-way. To be fair, there is one thing he gets right. His SIA license is clearly displayed exactly as it should be, and that's worth acknowledging. But displaying the correct badge is only evidence that he's authorized to work as a security officer. It doesn't automatically mean he understands the limits of his role or the legal powers that come with it. Those are two very different things, and as the conversation continues, that distinction becomes increasingly apparent.
So, and as I said, you would have thought, considering it's a global law firm, that he would know to do with public photography.
Right, it's gentleman here. It's one he's smoking here, and he shouldn't be there. And he's filming outdoors. Didn't punch the arse, not refrain from doing it. Okay. And he's still continuing to do it.
Still continuing to do it,
Yeah.
Excuse me there.
Thank you.
I'm not going to go on your camera, but I want to know why are you filming? Because you're not allowed to film, because it's a private estate. Are you going to say a word to me?
Well, unless you address me properly.
Yeah, but
If you're not going to address me properly, then jog on.
I don't want to be on your camera.
Then ta-ta then. Bye.
Okay, that's fine then.
Goodbye. And it is literally that simple. As you can see, Jasmine's chilling out there. And I believe that she'd film him from there. So, and that was old Johnny Big Bollocks there. Or should I say Billy Big Bollocks? You can say whatever you want. You can say whatever you want or jog on. No, don't tell me listen. You shut up, mug. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.
Pay attention to how the conversation suddenly changes direction. Once the argument about filming begins to lose momentum, the focus shifts to manners instead. The guard insists that he should be addressed in a particular way and dismisses the conversation when that doesn't happen. What started as a complaint about filming has now become a disagreement over etiquette rather than anything grounded in law. There is no legal requirement that members of the public address a security guard with a particular level of formality or respect. Being recorded in a public place is not by itself an attack on someone's dignity, and personal offense does not create legal authority. When the original justification no longer holds up, the discussion moves toward personal expectations instead. In the end, the guard appears to be searching for a rule that places him in control, but simply insisting on authority is not the same as having it.
Are you okay, sir?
I'm very good, thank you.
Thank you. My name's Paul Morris, I'm the duty manager on the estate.
Sorry,
today.
what did you say your name was?
My name's Paul, I'm the duty manager on
Nice
the
to meet
estate
you, Paul.
today.
Nice to meet you.
We've had a phone call from this building that you're filming their building, sir. Can I just ask why?
Do I need a reason?
Well, you don't...
Well, I can film whatever I can see.
Oh, I'm not saying that you can't.
Yep, no, you didn't, and
I'm
I
just
agree.
asking you why.
No, you did not. Okay. Do you know what they do?
What, who do?
What this company does?
I don't know.
Okay, right.
If you want to tell me, then I'll
Well,
be enlightened, wouldn't I?
They are a global law firm.
Okay.
And they should know under what laws are in this country. Okay. That what I'm doing is perfectly lawful.
Okay.
Okay. And that's all I'm doing is filming exactly what I can see.
Okay. Is there any reason for why? That's all I'm
No,
asking.
I just film whatever I can see.
Okay.
And that's it. I just go round and film.
but for no other intent or purpose whatsoever.
No. And as I said, it's like for me, I don't need a purpose. It's like this gentleman came up, okay, now exactly as you done, you came up, you introduced yourself, and you can see we're having a nice conversation,
and that's
how
about,
it should be, correct. Yeah. Okay, but this gentleman came up and then he thought that he could bark orders from me over there.
No, we don't
okay.
bark orders. That's
well, this is what he was doing.
Okay.
Okay, it makes a difference.
Okay.
Are you filming me? Okay, right, there you go. Okay, exactly.
The tone of the encounter changes the moment the manager arrives, and the difference is immediately noticeable. Paul introduces himself by name and begins with a straightforward admission that none of the other guards had been willing to make. He isn't claiming that the filming is prohibited. Although he has responded to a complaint, he openly accepts that the activity itself is lawful. That simple acknowledgement completely changes the conversation. Rather than trying to build an argument around personal opinion or misplaced authority, he starts with the actual legal position and works from there. The contrast couldn't be clearer. While others appeared focused on asserting control because of their role, the manager approached the situation by recognizing the facts first, making the earlier responses look all the more misguided.
And that's why I film, okay? Now, Paul, with you being the actual manager, okay, could you actually tell me, because as you know, under that, I have rights to actually get that under GDPR.
You can want access request form in for it.
Correct, okay. Could you tell me how I actually go about that
if
with
you
your
go
firm,
onto
please?
the London Bridge City webpage,
Yep.
Yeah, there's a tab on the bottom that says the inquiries. You just type your inquiry in there and somebody will report back to you.
So that's perfect, because I will be putting in a request for that,
You're
okay,
more than welcome
which
to.
is perfect.
You're legally entitled to do so.
Yep, no, and that's cool. And as I said, I'm just walking around, just filming, and that's all I'm
But
doing.
look, I have to ask these questions.
No, that's fine.
We are having a polite conversation, because there's no need for me to bark orders at anybody.
Correct.
Okay, so I need to ask, you're not doing this for any nefarious intent?
No, I'm just literally just filming.
So because you're a member of the public, you've got the legal right to film what you want, and that's why you're filming a global law company.
Correct.
Okay?
Yep.
Okay.
That's it. That is it.
No need for that. That's it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Okay,
Will
Paul.
you be doing it for much longer?
I don't know yet. Okay, can I say thank you very much for your time? Okay, and I do really appreciate coming down and actually speaking with me.
Well, that's what we're all here for.
Exactly.
It's our conversation.
No worries.
Yeah? Enjoy the rest of your day, my friend.
And you, Paul. Take care.
The most revealing moment comes near the end, and it's easy to overlook. Paul simply asks whether there's any improper or malicious intention behind the filming. He receives a straightforward answer in return, and satisfied with it, brings the conversation to a close because he recognizes that a person filming what is openly visible from a public place does not need to justify doing so beyond choosing to do it. There is, however, one point worth clarifying. The auditor's comments about GDPR and subject access rights go a little further than the law generally allows, as footage captured in a public setting will not necessarily fall within a subject access request in the way suggested. Even with that distinction, the overall approach remains a useful contrast. A single, respectful question handled professionally resolves the entire situation. No fictional permits, no repeated threats, and no gathering of multiple security guards. Just a manager who understood the legal position and dealt with it accordingly.
So, and as you can see, old Billy Big Bollocks is gone, and he's completely out of the way. So, yeah, so that's Norton Road, full right, global law firm that the security doesn't know what they're doing, and you can see now that they've actually brought even more security out there. Okay, so they brought 2 more out there, and then you got 2 more, which is Paul and the other guy that came along. So, and that's what you got. So what I do, guys, is I would just sort of hold it there. As you can see, he's jogged on, and they've jogged on. So that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them all in total. So I'll leave it there, and I'll come back to you if anything else happens. All right, take it easy, peeps.
When you look back over the entire encounter, one point stands out above everything else. A situation that eventually involved 7 security guards on a public pavement was ultimately resolved by the one person who never tried to escalate it. The difference was simple. When the discussion was based on the actual legal position, it ended with a calm and respectful conversation. When it was driven by personal authority and misplaced confidence, the interaction only became more confrontational. There are 3 clear lessons to take away from what you've just seen. First, there is no requirement for a permit simply to film in a public place. Second, private security does not gain special authority over someone lawfully standing on a public right-of-way. And finally, expecting to be addressed in a particular manner may be a personal preference, but it is not a legal offense when someone chooses otherwise. Now we'd like to hear your thoughts. Which moment stood out the most? The claim that a filming permit was required, the repeated threat to call estate security, or the guard refusing to continue the conversation unless he was addressed on his own terms? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoy real-time breakdowns of public encounters and accountability, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss the next one. This video is intended for educational purposes only and should not be taken as legal advice. Always check the laws that apply in your own area. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.